Uh, uh, the net made me do it. What is up? It is therapy day, and I know I keep saying like I'm gonna stop doing these vlogs for a while, but I don't know how to turn it off. I literally don't know how to turn it off. I don't know what else to do. So here we are too. Um, I hope you all enjoyed those 550 years worth of two videos or three videos, whatever, that I just put out over the past couple weeks. And oh boy, I meant I wanted to make that editing video concise and carp, carpe diem permentalized or whatever you say, carpet, shit, uh, carpet mentalized or shit. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, I wanted to keep that down to like 20 to 30 minutes. I really, really did. It ended up being an hour and a half. The funny thing is, the actual Ulanzi video was about an hour, and the video of me editing that video was about an hour and a half. Yikes. As it says in the good book, yikes. Just bounce with it, just bounce with it. My eye is still watering like crazy, and I still have not made a appointment with the ophthalmologist or whatever you call it, optometrist. Uh, Kind of halfway scared to be honest, if I'm gonna be just really, really, really real. Um, but I got to. It could be glaucoma or something like that, and if it is, um, it's not really that hard of a fix. It's getting some droplets in your eyeballs and stuff, and you know it's not exactly a death sentence. I wouldn't think that glaucoma would be much of a problem though, as much weed as I smoke. Yeah, I mean, really, it's. I mean, when I say I smoke a lot of weed, I don't mean like I smoke an ounce every day or anything like that. But uh, I smoke a lot of weed, as in I'm stoned every day. I mean, if I'm taking dabs that day, then I usually hit the Puffco. I'm gonna say a good 10 times maybe during the day. Probably not even that much. If I'm doing Eddies. I mean, it all depends on the Eddies, but like with those candy bars that I had, I'd just eat one piece of the candy bar and I'd be good all fucking day. Of course, those candy bar, each piece was 50 milligrams, but it kept me feeling nice, ma'ams. It kept me feeling nice, ma'ams. I just sit around, talk to myself, and jerk off about it. That's all you could really do in life. I mean, there's nothing really bad. It's not like a pigsty or a bed-stuy or whatever, but it's like maybe a little bit of a perv's eye, a little perv's eye view, and some bongs and dab rigs and a pair of titties sitting on my shelf. That's pretty much it. But it's just, you never know what you're gonna get with be mad about every little thing with a 30 days to clean or vacate notice. I've had that happen before, and fuck you. I ain't forget. I ain't forgot. Zoom, zoom, will do. Zoom, zoom. Oh, geez, Bonnie's back already. What do you know? Not a whole lot. I don't know much in this world. Ah, I don't win $200, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, where did I leave? Where am I? I am here somewhere. I'm probably down inside my hidden pocket three. I'm down inside my hidden pocket three. Uh, now we get to feel it, find out, what they're going to be like. Um, um, you know, this is something I should probably not admit because it's really, it is kind of embarrassing. I made a grilled cheese on the stove in a frying pan for the first time in my life the other day. Like I've made grilled cheese before, but they were always in like this like little mold cooker thing that I've got, and never actually done it in a frying pan on the stovetop. We are a popular destination this morning, apparently. But they turned out really, really nice, you know. They were some really good sandwiches. They were some really good sandwiches, and I'm glad that I did it. Uh, just since we've got time right now, all I did was butter the bread, you know, like you normally do, and I used shredded the Mexican four cheese stuff for the cheese, laid that down on the bread, put a few slices of ham down, squirt a little mayo on top of that, and then put a few more slices of ham on top of that, and then your final layer of Mexican four cheese, and then put the top piece of the bread and fry it over, flip it over, yada yada yada, and oh my God, they're so good, so good. So speaking of our new property management, here we are. Uh, so I can't think of anything else over these past couple weeks that's super pertinent to get to. It is too early in the morning to be using my thinky brain. So oh God. Well, I guess just in the interest of keeping this short, since I really don't have a whole lot to talk about. Just let you guys know, hey, I'm doing fine, or I'm here, I'm alive. I'm still alive, as the wise man once sang. Um, yeah, so I will just go ahead and cut, and I'll pull this back out. We'll start back up again once I get to the berg. Cut or something. I should probably wait to start talking after. Oh, I sound like Stevie from Malcolm in the Middle. I should wait to start talking after the cam. I'm fucked up already. The camera has started. I am sorry because it probably just took me 12 minutes to do my Stevie impression. So you're probably wondering, the while we're in my living room and not Harrisonburg, things got a little hectic, and I am sorry because I'm sitting down, so like my fat really shows, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. But um, yeah, so my stepmom didn't get me here because my dad just had like this surgery yesterday. It's kind of all fucked up, so my stepmom picked me up for my appointment and didn't show up until 30 minutes before the appointment, and it's about a 30-minute drive if you don't hit any red lights or anything. And we hit every red light. Um, so, like, we did somehow manage to get to the building with like 2 minutes to spare. And so I just like hot boxed the fucking cigarette before heading up. And oh boy. And then anyway, so we went around. I got some groceries and stuff, and we stopped by a store. Um, well, I might as well name it. It's the Smoke Temple in Harrisonburg because I'm not happy about the way I was talked to and some of the prices in the Smoke Temple. We'll get there in a sec. We'll get there, I promise. So but I mean, it's kind of a good thing because I remembered when I got back home, there was something, fairly big or whatever, I guess, sort of, as it relates to that 3D XL chamber that we just got from my Puffco. Oh boy. So if you watched that video, you saw where like it turned itself off after like 1.5 sessions, and then it did that again in the Ulanzi video after I charged it again. And Then it started getting worse. Now it turns off in the first session. You get like a little more than halfway through the first session, and it just flashes red 3 times and turns off, and which should indicate a battery issue. The problem is the battery's still got like 80% on it. So it's not a battery issue. And I could get several good sessions off of the regular 3D chamber before the battery goes. But then if I leave the Peak Pro like plugged in to the USB charger while I'm taking that session, it doesn't turn off. But then if it's in the middle of charging and not fully charged, and I try to start another session with it plugged in, then it does turn off halfway through. And what the fuck? This can't be normal. This can't be normal. So I have been emailing with Puffco support, and I just finally got a response from them today. And of course, they want me to do more, gather more information. So they wanted me to do a little video to demonstrate, what it's doing. And so I just did that. I just filmed that, and so they said that they would. Also that it sounded like a battery issue, and to send my receipt and whatever for the Puffco. But it's been a few years now since I bought the Peak Pro. I think the warranty would still be good on it. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I don't think that the Peak is the problem anyway. That being said, I wouldn't turn down a new one. I wouldn't, especially if you have one of the rainbow colored ones or like the transparent one. Oh my God, that would be so cool. That would be so fucking cool. Um, I'm not counting on that though. I really just want another chamber, that works right the way it's supposed to. Because, I mean, for now, this thing fucking rips while it's plugged in, and I'm getting good hits off of it. It's not turning itself off. The difference between the 3D and the 3D XL, the 3D could not come anywhere close to replacing a traditional dab rig for that kind of like oomph factor, that, oh my God, this dab just hit me in my gravy kind of feeling, you know. But the 3D XL chamber, while it might not be quite that, it's that. you know, it's damn close. Oh, it is damn close. You know, and part of that is like where you hit the 3D chamber, you kind of don't really get more by hitting it harder. It's like slow and deep, kind of like your mom. And then, with the 3D XL though, it's like a real dab rig, like a traditional dab rig. If you hit it really hard, you're going to get hit really hard. And that's my shit. I mean, anybody that dabs daily is probably going to say the same thing. That's what we want. We want to get ripped up. We want to hit it so hard that we cough for 20 minutes and spend the rest of the day going, pancakes. Anyway, so the Smoke Temple in Harrisonburg, the reason I've been there several times, and the reason that I go there is because I know that they are a authorized or whatever Puffco retailer. But oh my God, man, that I was excited when I first went inside today, because what I was going to do was I was going to look for the chambers, because what it looked like on the bottom of my chamber, it looks like there should be 3 pins, but there's only one. So that's what I told the guy from Puffco when I emailed him, is like it's missing 2 or 3 pins. Well, then I did look at the ones in the Smoke Temple, and they all looked the same as mine. But so I guess that's not it or whatever. But anyway, I got excited when I went in there because I couldn't find the travel glass top, and I couldn't find the Puffco Cupsy in stock anywhere online. And but so I know the prices because I shopped online. I window shop. I check different shops that I trust or semi trust, whatever. For prices all the time. Uh, Excuse me. So I know that the travel glass is running pretty much $80 across the board, and the same with the Puffco Cupsy being about $50. And so I figured that's what this guy is going to be selling them for, because that's what everybody else is selling them for. He wanted 130 for the travel glass attachment and 100 for the Cupsy. Like, what the fuck? That is 50, literally both things are $50 more than everywhere online. And he's like, well, yeah, but I'm an authorized, or whatever, I get mine directly from their website and everything. I'm like, yeah, you're probably buying them from their website and then jacking up the price. It's just, he said, oh, well, that's the retail price, whatever. And no, it's not. It's probably the manufacturer's retail price, that one price that they give so that all the stores can mark that out and then put that lower price, the actual retail price below it. So they make you think that you're saving money, even though it's the same retail price everybody fucking else is selling it for. But then jackasses like this want to say, hey, nope, this item is hard to find in other places, so we're just going to jack it on up to the manufacturer's suggested retail. And fuck you, and fuck you. But when I started, I was trying to explain to him what was going on with that 3D XL chamber, and this motherfucker must have turned to me and said, "Well, that's what you get when you buy it from unauthorized shops." I ordered it from Element Vape. They are an authorized retailer. You know, uh, what a fucking asshole. So if you're in the Harrisonburg area, um, you know, the Smoke Temple is an authorized shop. Um, but unless you want to deal with an asshole that's jacking up the prices on stuff randomly because he can, fuck that guy. I'm just saying, fuck that guy. Not literally, because, definitely not my type. And, if he was, I don't want a fucking asshole. Well, I do. Well, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But fuck that guy. Just fuck that guy. And in case you're wondering, the view that you're seeing me from, I am sitting at my little editing station in the living room. This is the exact same spot that we shot that fucking tutorial or workflow or whatever you want to call that video that we just put out. That's about 4.5 centuries long. Uh, on a side quest, I was gonna say dong just to rhyme something, whatever, but it reminded me. Honky Dong is a completely different game. Just 100, 100. Honky Dong is a completely different game. That out of the way. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Seriously, I mean, that's what you get when you buy it from authorized shops. Motherfucker, you didn't know where I bought it from. The fuck is wrong with you, asshole? I think what it was at that point, he was just mad because I called him out on his high prices for the travel glass and the Cupsy. I told him right to his face, that is way too high. I'm not giving you $130 for that, and I'm not giving you $100 for the Cupsy. Fuck you. I didn't say fuck you. I was not, because I'm not really an asshole. So I'm not gonna be like that. But I did tell him to his face, that is way too high. The travel glass is $80 everywhere else. The Cupsy is $50 everywhere else. I'm not gonna pay you that. So I think he was mad about that. Um, I don't care. I don't really give a shit. Just fuck you. What else though? It does seem like there's more stuff I should be informing you all about. Oh, there was papers and stuff. I don't know if like I'm leaving in any of this stuff about from the lady from the property company management, whatever, a Mel and the Sniffers group or whatever that was over here. Because they did leave, papers and a little, so like a little gift bag on my door. And I haven't even looked at the papers yet. But inside that little bag, it was just a little, some little post-it notes and a little pen. Uh, I would have preferred a PlayStation 5. I'm just saying. I would have preferred a PS5. Or a 3D XL chamber for my Puffco that actually works. But that is on a serious note. On a serious note, that is one thing that I am worried about with the property management team changing hands. I don't really know how Doug felt about the whole weed thing, but you never know, like how close a team is going to be with monitoring what you do and don't do in your own home and things. And in Virginia, because normal and fuck them too, and no other advocacy groups ever seem to think that tenant rights are an important issue, because most of the people making donations own their own homes and everything. As we've been over in previous video, normal does not care about us below the median income. They don't. They don't give a shit. So, but nobody's ever fought for tenant rights in Virginia for cannabis patients or for people using cannabis in general, and so we don't have any. So a landlord can, or a rental company can arbitrarily, if they so choose, still decide to throw you out on the street because you smoke pot, or even if you have a medical certification for cannabis. So that is something that I am worried about with the new company, because I've been with a few different landlords over the few over the years, and you know it is so hit or miss. I miss Abigail. She was a lady at the when I was living at Deer Run. I might as well just say the name now because I'm not there. But when I was living at Deer Run in Harrisonburg, she was our property manager at one point, and I loved Abigail. She was so sweet. If you had a problem, she would take care of it. She would have it taken care of. Quickly too. But then they didn't bug you about stupid shit. They didn't say nothing about the smoking, and uh, she didn't care about the parking passes. That was a big thing there, because a lot of the management teams that came and went would be really big on those parking passes. We had ample parking space there. Like, we could not fill up those middle sections of parking places, you know, with every single apartment filled up. Even if you had 3, 4 people in every single fucking apartment, we still have extra parking space. And literally watched them tow a young lady. Was 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, I want to say it was. She was just over partying and shit, and came outside to no car. They literally came and towed her car at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's fucked up. It was fucked up. But anyway, Abigail didn't care about the parking passes. She told us flat out, don't even worry about it. We're not checking for parking passes right now. And they never did. The entire time she was there, I don't think they ever checked for parking passes. And I fucking appreciate you. I didn't have to worry about the parking passes because, I mean, I had parking passes for my guests when they came over. I had the sticker for my scooter and everything. I was covered because of the previous management team. But, still, you know me. I'm a consumer person for the people, by the people, right? I fucking appreciate you, Abby. Wherever you was at in the world right now, I fucking appreciate you. I think I was going somewhere else with that, and I just like completely went off track. Uh, but yeah, so you know, unfortunately, the final management team that we got at Deer Run basically decided they wanted to get rid of all the poor people in there. I told my dad the writing on the wall months before it really started coming down, and I told him, all of this shit that they're giving me is just because they want me to get out of here. They want to turn this all into student housing and, make more money because they scam them college kids. Them college kids will come in for a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment, and instead of just renting out the apartment like you should, they'll charge by the room. So you won't be renting an apartment. Excuse me. You'll be renting a room that you share with 1 or 2 other people. I don't think Deer Run had 4 bedrooms. They might have, but um, you know, that's how that scam works. And oh boy, I'll tell you what, that shit is all over Harrisonburg. That's why I got the fuck out of Harrisonburg, because it came down to like that was the only affordable housing left in Harrisonburg, was like renting by the room. There was one lady, I don't even know that this is really legal, but she was damn sure doing it, where she was charging rent by the tenant. you know, it's like every person that lives there, whether you got a room or you're sleeping in the bathtub, you know, you all got to pay that same rent, and that is rude. But, what they end up doing, because they're charging by the room instead of by the apartment, they're getting twice as much money, because you take an apartment that would be $1,100 a month. Well, suddenly you're charging each person like 850 or 900 a month for that room, which is, by the way, more than I'm paying here for this whole apartment. And it's like almost double the money on a 2 bedroom, and could be triple the money or double the money, whatever. Almost triple on a 3, 4 bedroom apartment. It's fucking crazy, man. It's all a fucking scam. It is all a scam. And I don't want to be here. I don't want to be there for it. People say like, oh, I'm here for it. Not that. Definitely not that. I don't care. I'm not even. If I had the well, if I had the opportunity to be on the other end of that, where I'm the one basically ripping off these kids to make more money, I like to say that I wouldn't do that, but I don't know. Honestly. Uh, Money is a hell of a temptation, but I'm saying it don't make it right. It don't make it right. Just, on a side note, since we're doing the vlog in here, uh, let's get me out from the center of the shot and get my little cow dude out a little bit better. In case you're wondering, this big fluffy dude, well, he's not really fluffy, but he's soft and squishy, and I love him. That's my cuddle buddy. That is my cuddle buddy. We are, don't turn me in or snitch on me or whatever. Uh, but we are sleeping together. Quite literally, we are sleeping together. I am sleeping with this cow. Well, not right now, but tonight. Oh, tonight we are gonna sleep together all night long, baby. We're gonna sleep well for a few hours anyway, as long as I can sleep. Yeah, so I am stoned and starting to ramble now, so I am gonna well, actually, you know what? One more cutaway, cause uh why not? Why not? Y'all can look over there for a minute, and I can like sit over here and pick my nose and do whatever I want to do, jerk off because I'm out of frame, and you can't see me, man. You can't see me, man. I am like John Cena over here. You can't see me, man. You can't see me, man. You can't see me, man. Uh huh. Boss hog. Yeah. Hi. Boss hog would be rolling over in his grave right now. Somebody. Oh shit. Turn that around right there. And now we're too far. You have gone too far, Tommy G. You have gone too far this time. Everybody like acting like you have to be all hard all the time, be so tough. The only person that I feel I really need to be hard around is your mom. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and like cut this shorts and jorts maybe even. Um, because I mean, I don't think there's really anything else going on to really discuss or whatever. But yeah, so that's not the end of the vlogs. We're gonna do more of these because again, I don't know what else to do with myself, and this is just kind of what I do: is make videos and talk and ramble. Here I am, bore you like a hurricane. Wait, can a hurricane bore? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for sticking to the end, I suppose. I love you. I appreciate you the most because you stuck around to the end. I love you, baby. You are my favorite. And I will see you in the next one, babies. Bye. Bye bye bye. Bye. Bye 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 bye.